Cough, cough. It's happening again.
It's happening.
Oh. Oh yeah, I have to share my screen with you.
Yeah, that's a little
That's a
important.
thing I have to do. Okay, let's
Unless you want to voice all the girls, and I'll just make commentary the whole time.
oh, that's fine. Should I just buy
Just so you know, unless it's Melanie, viewers will be told, "Yo, I'm engaged."
Yes.
And then later, when Melanie comes back to watch it, she'll be like, "What happened?"
Well, she already heard you. Since you just said it at the beginning.
Should stop screaming and start again.
I can't not do that.
I'm kidding, it's fine.
If I start streaming, it's just gonna continue where we left off.
I should turn my mic on, push to talk.
Do you? Alright. Let's not load. Oh gosh. Return. Quick load. Yes. Perfect. We're back where we left off.
Okay.
Yes. Check. Check if it works.
Check if what works.
I don't know, I'm asking you.
What works?
Okay. Just,
Let me just do this thing real quick.
okay. I'm doing a thing real quick, too. Cough, cough. Hey, welcome to the thing you're not here for.
What's happening?
No, nothing. No one's here. No one's here at all. Totally.
Is this just so I don't say the thing that I was gonna say?
I don't know what you're gonna say. I don't know what you're talking about. But we are streaming.
Let me go check and see who's watching this.
There's no one watching this. Not even a fly.
What? 0 viewers.
I told you. Why would I lie to you? Let's see. Alright, let me just put this over here. Because I'm like lazy. Oh gosh, I accidentally skipped your line. Alright, this is Tracer. You just... Alright, oh gosh.
Stop skipping!
I'm skipping everything. Okay, just say, And then Tracer voice said, yeah.
That nice to meet you seems like Harley Quinn.
The one that says yeah, and the nice to meet you thing is Tracer. Just let it happen.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm Lily. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Now it's this, which I have to say. She wasn't Japanese, was she?
Are you Scandinavian?
Are you Scandinavian?
Yeah, I'm Scandinavian.
Are you?
No.
You lied to me.
I didn't say. That's how you say that, right?
What are you talking about?
Not quite. I grew up in Eden. Well, let's say I butted heads with family and ended up moving to the coast of the Red Sea.
Hey, you joined.
What?
It says you joined.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, what?
You know what?
Okay.
Okay, last time you were like, guess who joined? Things happened.
I said you joined. Cough, cough. A wink and mischievous laugh followed. Still, Eden? What's there a country with that name? The only Eden I knew was from the Bible.
So,
What I was trying to ask her.
haha. No way, not now. The details of your arrival in this world are a tad bit too complicated for them to be discussed in a place like this, I'm afraid. Ah, I see. Well, okay then.
Oh, I love those reactions. Ah, I see.
These are my reactions. I have no director. The one time I had a director, the director was like, "Can you be less sarcastic?" And I'm like, "No,
It was like, no.
no."
She gave me a puzzled look.
Oh, aren't you curious?
Cough. Cough. Cough.
I am, but there's not much to be done about it now. I need to focus on on not getting myself killed.
We don't want to do that now.
I do have one question though. For now.
For now.
Go on. Is this a dream?
It is a drame. A little expression clouded over.
I'll try to make it easy for you to digest. In short, this world looks a lot like a dream. Not yours, though, but Gethel's, the girl who was here a minute ago. And it's her mental realm, so to speak. It's me! This is my world!
Okay.
Her mental realm? Why does everyone say yup?
Yup.
Yup. A world under her absolute control, existing only for her. She could even bend the laws of physics to make whatever she desired a reality.
I want to see something. Let me just click a little setting on my computer and see if it works. Say something.
Is it called the Fix Angela's mic setting?
Yes, it is. No, say something.
What?
Perfect. You read all of this, right?
I did.
Perfect, because I fixed your mic.
You fixed my mic.
I fixed it on my end, not your end.
Hold up a sec. If she could do whatever she wants, doesn't that make her practically invincible? Are you sure your friend can handle her? No. We'll see. I'd say the odds of victory are about 80%. In whose favor?
Odds chance it's not ours. Lily merely answered with another giggle.
Haha. Starting to worry? Well, of course. If you came all this way to help me, only to be defeated at the end, that'd be, a horrible fate that we don't need to deal with.
And that's still 20% more than you thought would happen. Hey, let's just let me see that. It's okay. Nothing's happening right
How do you fix my mic?
I turned down the mic. How do I make it so it doesn't leave every time I want it to leave? I guess not. Play in background. Continue running. Yes. Hell, this is what I wanted the entire time. Okay. No. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I was in a mind to get out get you out of here ASAP, but what say you to a bit of spectating?
Hmm. Lilith spun around and took her surrounding her, and expression soon twisted into a frown, almost like she was seeing a place for the first time.
Boy, look at this place. It puts the glorious slash flicks to shame. I mean, I can handle it just fine, but you're not exactly cut out of the same cloth as me, right?
She actually made a broad gesture with her right arm, whatever that means. And just like that, all the
Like,
corpses in the
look at
room
it.
disappeared.
It's so nice.
Look, it's magic. Despite
It's magic.
its magic. Besides being convincing myself that I wouldn't be surprised by anything at this point, her act still left me in awe.
Righto, with that out of the way.
That was perfect. The fact that he said, "Righto!"
Righto! And with that out of the way, let's bring up this screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Time to start a movie.
Why we have no viewers
Why?
is this.
Lily snapped her fingers, summoning a massive projector screen above the teacher's podium. It displayed an...
Look, it's me!
What?
It's me with my hand on my forehead.
Yes. It displayed an image the same hallway I explored just a while ago. Setsuna and Gretel stood on the opposite ends of the corridor, staring at each other.
Look! It's like a western!
Yeah, and add the tumbleweed and image would have been perfect. Do it.
Tumbleweed.
Okay. All right. Let me go get a tumbleweed off the internet and add the effect myself.
Yeah. It's really screwing up my accent.
Weed.png. Ooh, I found it.
Do we have viewers?
No. Which makes it perfect. Okay, let's just put this. Wait. Save. Yes.
You know, she did say later, I wonder who's going to propose to who, so I might not be engaged, but
Oh no.
I'm engaged.
For now. All right. See the tumbleweed?
Oh yeah!
It's everywhere. Well, you saw the stream. It's gone now.
It's gone.
Setsuna responded to Gero's openly contempting gaze with expression composed enough to be considered unsettling. In fact, composed might not have been the correct expression. He was tranquil, incarnate. He did have a look of someone resolved to fight, yet lacking the tiniest hit of excitement. He stood in the complete silence in a gaze like a man who had made peace with the hands of fate had dealt him. I was expendable. A silent dark... Oh my gosh.
Is he dead?
No. That Death Note music. Oh.
Is he dead?
I don't think he's dead. A silent darkness shrouded the corridor. A decayed floor littered with holes. Kugutsu Sorami safely had been secured. Me was an angel, Gothel, possessing power enough to construct and
I
maintain.
think your mic just died.
Did you? What do you mean your mic just died? My mic? Oh gosh, no. Can you not hear me? You can't hear me, can you? Ah, freak. What did I do? Let me just, Can you hear me on stream, though? Now it is time to mute my stream voice and then unplug my mic, replug my mic, and restart Discord.
Give me a second, I'm checking.
Alright, I am putting back my mic, but I will leave this call and I will restart my Discord and I will return to Discord. Please return what has been stolen. Insert and return. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. There you
Why
go.
does it say follow Widow's Baguette in the corner?
Oh, that's because she followed.
Oh.
It also says you followed.
I did not.
It says you did.
Which is a liar.
Okay. The issue laid with whether or not she had managed to find her raison d'être.
Close enough.
You say it.
Ah, no, raison d'être was great.
You speak the French.
Pretty much raison d'être. I think it's like it's of interest. It's of interest.
What?
Of interest.
Of entered?
Raison d'être. That's probably how you'd say it.
The end.
Close enough. Let's move on.
According to Lilith, discovering one's raison d'être. Oh.
That was actually almost it. Good job.
Reason to live. Provided essential in combat. Only a fool would do battle without it. In any event, disbanding her illusionary world would be need to come first. Based on Lilith's prior briefings, there were two primary ways of achieving that. Inflict the necessary damage on either the world itself or its master. If all possible, accomplishing both would be most desirable.
So, oh wait, I don't remember this voice. So,
It's
ready?
Kamchala.
Tell me your name.
It's Kamchala. Either
okay. Is she like calmer now though?
Huh?
Is she calmer now?
She always has a calm tone.
Okay.
Tendo Setsuna. Gethel practically splat on her words out.
Oh. A pilgrim. If you're skilled enough to have made it this far, you must have at least a vague idea of why you're summoned here, no?
That is. Gethel considered me for a second, her lips curling into a wolfish grin.
I know you've seen this world for what it truly is, in all its wretched, deplorable vanity. If so, join me in destroying it. Let us put an end to it together.
I inhaled a deep breath. Verbal negotiations would yield no results. I am afraid I must decline. I have been called upon to prevent destruction, not to be an architect of it. You embrace violence. I wish to stifle it. We are in an impasse, which consequently puts me in the position. What do you mean first I can message? Hey! I lifted my right hand to grind all of your hopes to dust. As nanomachines within my bloodstream. Nanomachine.
Whoa.
That was a plot twist. It's nanomachine, son. Oh, you've never seen? Oh man, you don't know that meme, do you? Okay, I guess not.
Huh?
There's a meme. What's it called? Full Metal Sunrise. I think it's called.
Full Metal Alchemist?
No.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
No, like the thing from Solid Snake. What is it called?
I don't know.
Metal Gear.
I don't watch anything.
Metal. No, it's a game. Metal Gear Solid. Sunrise. I think that's what it's called. It's the one with Raiden. And then there's like spoiler alert. The ending boss is like nanomachine, son. Search up on YouTube. You'll find out what I'm talking about. Search up nanomachine, son. And the viewer leaves immediately.
Viewer left.
World to life.
Oh, we had a viewer. I didn't tell them.
Okay. I felt my physical prowess skyrocket. The illusionary world was in a state of flux. As such, I endeavored to prioritize avoiding increasing interference with the real world. The same applied to making use of my budding skills as magical perception. Undoubtedly so against an angel.
I see. I suppose the die has been cast, so to speak. If the whole of this world is forged of lies and deceit, I see no reason to have my illusions envelop it all. Your version, too, will soon yield to my power.
As my breathing evened out, I signaled to Lilith by whispering to myself, letting her know that combat had been initiated. Abandoning conflict resolution through non-violent means, switching to combat mode, prioritizing annulment of present crisis.
Hey, why are you saying that, man?
What do you mean?
Now I'm gonna know exactly how to beat you. He's just like, I am telling you exactly what I'm doing right now.
Through destructive neutralization of all foes. Gun-ho, feast upon the bowels of your enemies. Dog of war!
Arrogant little shit!
I feel like it'd be arrogant little shit!
She looks so mad.
I lunged at her. Upon closer into distance, my right fist crashed into hers. No physical response. Her contours rippled, vanished into thin air like a mirage. I turned to my left, having sensed a virtual disturbance in the air, only to be propelled backwards by a kick. Ugh!
Number 1. Enduring sense of distance.
Eroding sense of distance.
Eroding. Got it.
She had rendered my vision impaired. I proceeded to launch a series of kicks in the direction of the freshly materialized Gretel, standing right in front of me. No reaction. It seemed she did not indeed disrupt my senses of distance, but she had proclaimed.
Number 2. Eroding location awareness.
I felt a sharp pain in my right foot. The moment I touched the ground, I stepped into a spike that I could have sworn there wasn't there a moment ago. The erosion of one's location awareness, regardless of what I was actually seeing. I was unable to properly discern the location of objects in the environment.
Are you scared? Oh, I hope you are. Can you even trust your own eyes at this point?
I must have been one of Gretel's abilities, as far as I recall. She had once inflicted blindness upon the Ammonites, caused them to massacre one another. Let us assume that a true skilled combat and master among masters had to lose his eyesight. Such a person would still be able to discern the opponent's location by sensing their presence, detecting the sounds he made, and so on. However, I had my sight. In fact, my vision was being flooded with plenty of information. The fact that I saw looked vivid and clear, unlike an illusion, was certainly not helping matters. As such, I elected to stop relying on my eyesight. I had no use for it here. I am not particularly afraid, no. I have already devised the meaning to defeat you. Getho's strikes came from 7 o'clock direction. I caught her attack with my left arm, while keeping my gaze fixed on her illusion.
Question mark exclamation point.
God almighty. Tagakara. Whoa. An action that lasted no longer than a split second, I smashed my swollen red fist into Getho's abdomen, finally yielding a reaction from her.
I just got punched sounds.
She flew far. Getho's arm was the one I had taken hold of earlier, was torn clean off, with my strike sent her flying to far end of the hallway. However, she had vanished from my view the moment I initiated pursuit. As I was about to halt my advance near the end of the hallway, I found myself practically crashing into the wall. I clutched the back of my head and mustered curses beneath my breath. I had temporarily forgotten about my impaired sense of distance. The now one-armed Getho flashed a broad grin.
It's surprisingly effective, is it not?
Getho picked her right arm up, quickly reattaching it. Even in her world of illusions, such an action saved her a considerable amount of time compared to having to recreate a lost limb from scratch.
I let my guard down, I'll admit, but I am not letting you use that wretched sorcery of yours again.
Getho lunged towards the speed and ferocity of Windstorm, her sharpening nails like talons of a falcon homing on its prey. Shortly after I backed away from her strike to apparently safety, she followed it up with another attack aiming to my abdomen, one I could not foresee. I preceded the information this time. I could see the attack aimed at my abdomen, which would lead my logical conclusion that I sensed a faint distortion in the air before Getho appeared behind me, appearing for a chokehold. I ducked away, delivering the roundhouse kick to her face. I believed I had already told you that I have means of defeating you. Grabbing the invisible Getho's face, I kicked myself in the air using a nearby wall, then slammed her into the ground with one swift motion.
No!
The next moment, my fingers held onto her face, broke her low crack. The process continued in various spots along the entire left arm, almost like a chain reaction of broken bones.
Ah, the crack of broken bones is music to my ears. Don't you find it romantic, too?
Not particularly. I rose to my feet, forcing my fist into a ball, then rotating my wrist to complete the menacing procedure. Getho stared at me round-eyed.
Wait, a second. How did you heal yourself so quickly, without magic?
There exists a myriad of ways, really. Magic, sorcery, the arcane arts, and that is one way. And the very opposite end of the spectrum, Science is another. Oh no. If I cannot restore my broken arm, I would have no place on the battlefield.
Uh-huh.
She appeared reluctant to accept that after all, this was her realm, a territory under her absolute control. A place that stood as the manifestation of all her hopes and dreams. Nanomachine, son. Her and her internal slumber. She drowned herself in dream, most sweet, hoping never to wake. In other words, the path of the defeating Grail was simple. In her dream, encroached upon reality, was all angles its tyranny had met in kind with destructive force.
Do you have any idea how much I labored to create this illusionary world? I will not allow you to tear it down!
That's a big ass sword.
A really big sword.
Gethel
Look
brandished.
at my sword.
Yes, your sword. Gethel brandished one-handed sword. The thick blade covered the particular in cloth, ended in particular hook-like shape. Its fiendish seal seemed somewhat out of place in the hands of an angel. It had to be that sword. And that blade of Pekati. Whatever you said, I assume the sword of the 7 deadly sins. Long ago a certain poet journeyed to a hill of purgatory, where he came upon an angel guarding its stone, wrought gates. The angel lifted his sword and engraved the letter P 7 times on his forehead. The letter signified
this is from the Dante's Inferno thing.
Yes, that's what I assumed. The letter signified the man's sins. As he climbed each level of purgatory, his sins would be absolved, and the letter would fade one by one. The 7 deadly sins were as followed: gluttony, sloth,
Got that one.
wrath,
Got that one. Yep.
envy,
Definitely.
pride,
Nope, not that one.
lust, and
Not that one.
greed. A blade diabolic in its holiness and divine in its wickedness. The very same sword Gil was now wielding.
Exactly. A blade forged to welcome, banish, and judge all sinners. Taste its steel and know eternity, human.
A sword does not belong to you, though.
You're right on that count, but I see no problem with exploiting it. An asset abandoned by its own original owner.
Ghetto moved to its attack, and though I made an attempt to dodge her incoming slash, she seemed to have boosted her own physical prowess by trapping me in a vast pool of magical energy housed within the sword. The vision had been rendered to disorganized mess of information. Gale advanced swiftly and silently, her steel biting into my flesh as I stood upon and evade her strike. A violent splash of blood squirted from my body as the sword engraved the sin upon it. As long as the sin remained unpurified, the wound would continue to perpetually ooze blood. Grell howled with laughter as droplets of blood trickled down from the edge of the steel.
You know your sins and repent, mortal.
I refuse.
What?
Gethel appeared to have noticed how I closed up my wound. By all accounts, should have been fatal. She stared at me in complete disbelief.
Madness. Unbelievable. How is this possible? How can a mere human withstand an attack from this blade? This is the very sword powerful enough to engrave sins upon newborn babies and holy saints alike. How could you have endured its bite? ...
I fell silent, losing all vestige of humanity I had left. I wondered if she had noticed.
could a mere human accomplish that? Your pathetic kind does nothing to revere God and the angels while clinging desperately to the demons.
For someone who has once worshipped by humans, you certainly appear to view them with ample content. Gethel narrowed her eyes at my claim.
I am no angel.
I see. What are you then? What manner of creature am I to recognize you as? ... She remained silently. Her identity as an angel and that of something else must have clashed with Gethel's mind. At that moment she was effectively neither. In the end, her half-hearted inability to choose either left or broken ravaged mess. Perfect. She finally began to realize that herself. Madness consumed her mind. Knowledge of the truth drove her to crippling despair. Thank you. And so her tears were shed, corpses upon corpses in her insatiable bloodlust. A fit of blind rage, nothing more. Only the best. Her madness escalated. Her terror erupted. Gethel's blade crashed down as I raised both arms in an attempt to block it. Yet her strike boasted such staggered ferocity that it sent me flying out the window. Gethel spread her wings and took flight to pursue me as I attempted to keep my distance in midair. We engaged each other in otherworldly dogfight. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Incessantly altering our battlefields between interior and exterior air, ground, clashing through the dozens of windows in the process. You need to hear the music.
Here, I'll go look at the stream.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay quiet for a bit, just so you can hear.
Spectator 1. Oh, it's intense.
What?
It's intense.
Yeah. I'm gonna raise up the volume because I can.
It's like real intense. Okay. Lines. I have those. Revere yourself, O avatar of gluttony. Shed pride and cast aside worldly wisdom as you clench your various appetite. Voracious? I don't know. Appetite. Drowning in pleasures unknown. My voice acting. It goes away when there are big words.
Exactly. I go, Ugh. Did you finish?
My voice acting wasn't here anyway, yes.
I'm just gonna... Oh gosh, it's a dragon.
Wah!
You were a dragon this whole time. It looks like a boar. It might be
like
a boar.
A shark born.
You're a shark born. As Ghetto held her spear steel aloft, the very earth trembled beneath our feet. Splitting open to reveal a monstrous creature the size of a mountain. The beast had reddish-brown carpet, crimson eyes, and jagged shark-like teeth. A layer of mist like haze coiled about its terrible shape. Roar! It changed the course of midair. As the creature colossal jaw closed at the exact same space it occupied a second ago. Welcome back, Tracer.
This is getting good. I don't think that's really waking up a storm back. I just know what happened. Piglet? That thing?
That's proper voice acting right there.
Proper voice acting.
The two girls watched over the unfolding battle with their improvised gallery. I took one swing of my arm. God of Flames, Hinoka Gitsuchi. To make the beast go up in flames, it howled and bellowed as its flames consumed its massive frame, turning to ash within seconds. Roar. And the flames even reached Gal, scorching her wings. Gah. What is next?
Come forth, sloth, heed not the call of labor, and unearned riches as you waste away in unneeding slumber.
Are you sure you don't want me to read her lines?
Slumber. Leave me alone, I'm fine.
Come forth, sloth, heed not the call of labor and hoards unlaid riches, for as waste upon the unending slumber.
Ooh.
Oh
Hey,
my
rock.
gosh. A thick gooey mass of liquid materialized in the air, burning both the ceiling and walls its skirmishing appendages lashed into. Liquid gold. So you want me to...
Swung up and die. I have no, like, crazy emotions for that. So,
Yeah. You have no crazy emotions?
yesterday, when I was channeling this, I was doing the
I want to
Crazy
kill you. Voice.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty good.
I immediately left out the window, only to have liquid gold slither after me in pursuit of Bob. I need the most right now of my cool air. Lowering the temperature of my right arm, its absolute minimum, I created a cloud. I flinched the spear of pure gold, gazing the skin near my shoulder. The liquid gold changed its shape, seemingly in an attempt to impale me. Could it have been under Grethel's command? Still, I evaded the attack. I made the cloud cease a considerable amount of cool rainwater, at a distance close to enough that I could feel the very heat of molten gold in my skin.
Impossible.
Liquid gold hissed and sizzled as the solidification allowed me to use it as a foothold to close the distance between myself and Gel. Exclamation point. Gel reached my sword.
Breath, let the world hear your rage thunder.
I really,
Feel the world.
I really feel like reading your lines now.
Read my lines. Read them
Breath.
now. Right now.
Let the world hear rage thunder. I
My
said,
headset just broke. Congrats.
what, is it my voice that broke your headset?
Ignore me.
I set her flying with my another blow before she could listen to an incantation and summon the creature. It's over, Grethel. Grethel staggered to her feet while wiping the blood stained her lips, her expression saturated with the vicious blend of frenzy and grief. Read your lines? Not yet. It's not over yet. No, it's not. The world still belongs to me. Wrong. Your influence over the realm has plummeted. You force-bent the world's laws to your will, pulling in outsiders as you saw fit. Such actions do not come without consequences. Your illusions are now the brink of collapse. Shut up, shut up. Not another word. I'm begging you. If you keep going, I'm gonna lose it. My mind's gonna shatter to pieces. I refuse. I came here for one purpose. To eradicate you. Shut the hell up! Gale attempted another frenzy swing in my direction. Her voice now a desperate howl. Yet no matter how much power her picate swords could command, its steel had no effect on me. I still can't do a girl voice, sorry.
Hey, you want me to do it now?
I would do a good voice, but like illness. I caught the blow with my hand. thrust my free arm in front of her face, transforming my cells of my hand into an electric generator. A terrible discharge of electric currents shot forth. God of Thunder, Takemi Kazuchi! The result's discharge struck her body, a bolt of fierce lightning. Geto collapsed onto the floor with an audible thud, almost like she had been shot by a high-caliber cannon round. Moments later, I heard a low, splintering crack, a short glance of my surroundings, discovering a thin crevice in the wall near Geto. Its surface slittered with dozens of veins like cracks resembling a sheet of broken glass. The sheer amount of damage girl had suffered weakened the dividing line between reality and her illusionary world. Deciding to use the spot as a starting point, I casually thrust my hand into the weakened fissure. You want it back?
Stop! Totally! Feel the voice acting. No.
That was good. I turned towards Carol, completely ignoring her desperate attempt at pleading. I rained.
Just guess now.
Hmm? This is death now? Okay. Your reign is done. Shortly lived queen. The unfortunate victims of your unchained rage will soon be released from their torment.
Released? Don't make me laugh. What are you about to do is far more cruel than anything I've done to them.
That sounds good. How so?
Do you have any idea how happy they were here, perpetually dying by my hands for all eternity, was joy incarnate for them?
I don't think that's how it works.
It was for her, though.
Yeah, that's her delusion. I have heard enough.
No, I'm begging you, please don't do this.
Marion began emitting a green-tinted light that transformed into a series of numerical figures, specifying the coordinates of this microcosm. I think that's called the Matrix.
Good.
Except they didn't have the budget for the Matrix, so they made it balls instead of numbers. Throughout Rezel's power, I have successfully established a link with the real world, initiating deletion procedure. And with that, the procedure began, resembling the work of a gargantuan vacuum cleaner, sucking up the disposing of all things that had once constituted the world. How did you know it does that?
Because I'm watching the stream.
Naturally, all were no exception either. As I found my consciousness being dragged back into reality, in a blink of an eye, I caught a brief glimpse of the world nestled in the crevice between the real world and the illusionary one, a vision of my past. What I was. Why does this look like Naruto now?
No, I like Geffel.
Hmm?
I like Geffel. She's fun.
Okay.
I don't want her to die.
She's dead now. Human in nature, yet denied human treatment. A being transcending mankind. Have you seen Black Clover?
Nope.
Good.
Good.
I found no point in dwelling upon it. My primary concern was to return to reality, destroying Gethels and safety extracting Kugutsu Sorami. That was the most I could do.
Yeah, it's Kugutsu Sorami.
So I decided to start with the scream.
What? What on earth is going on here?
That sounds good. That sounds like an accurate...
Oh, you're making my ears bleed.
Pretty accurate to what's happening right now. Lilith covered her ears, grimacingly.
Down.
I honestly could not care less at the moment. The scene stretching before me was far more important.
Can you really blame me, though? I mean, just look around. Where are we?
Lilith flashed a smile to make her look like a cat toying with a mouse for the lack of better expression.
Oh my, this place should be plenty familiar to a Japanese gal like you, no? Well, okay, I guess not if you're from the countryside.
Are you?
I'm from the countryside. No, I'm pretty sure I lived around here. Unfortunately, with an exclamation point for some reason, this place is full of buildings that ring a bell, which is exactly my point.
I yelled at the top of my lungs.
What on earth happened to my... What?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. That's how you say that? Legitimately? Wow. I am uncultured. Tokyo. Good job.
I'm concerned if that says Tokyo myself. Why are you putting doubt in my brain? Tokyo. Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It looks like a dragon just scratched up that building on like the middle. You see it? You see
I
it?
love how it's just like, this is good.
Salut.
What indeed? Trust me, I'd love to know as much as you. Well, I am a tad bit more familiar with the place than you, I guess.
I guess. An ominous smile crept into her face.
But I'd have loved to hear what you make of all this.
A genuine wonder if she was trying to confuse me. Either way, I blurted out the first explanation I could think of.
Mankind is going extinct after World War III broke out. No way, it's already gone extinct.
Cough, cough. Donald Trump.
It was Trump's fault, everyone. Yeah, let's see. Close, but no cigar. Then I don't know.
That sounds perfect.
Give up already.
Giving up already?
Yeah, it was a question.
Yes.
Cool. Well, duh, the whole situation is totally bonkers. How is an everyday girl like me supposed to make any sense of it? Every day? Well, whatever. Right then, guess I'll show you the ropes myself.
Lilith spread her arms wide, then slapped her hands together with an audible clap.
You know you couldn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard that.
The world you humans used to inhabit was set on the road to
Annihilation.
Annihilation. Yep.
Whoa, that's a bit heavy for an introduction.
Angels and demons too are on the brink of extinction. Angels and demons? And so we ended up entrusting these fighting humans with our hopes, extracting makeshift a makeshift world upon the desolate remains of purgatory, modeled in the image of the mortal realm.
Purgatory? Wait, wasn't that a place where sins being purified? I could have recalled something along those lines.
You heard me right. This is neither heaven nor hell, and certainly not earth. The place stands at the doorstep to heaven, a fragile realm that exists in the rift between worlds. Its name is no longer purgatory, but please be easy to pronounce.
Ha!
Tokyo Babel.
Pilgrim of the Apocalypse.
Pilgrims of the Apocalypse. Was that the end of chapter 0?
I think so.
Woohoo!
They finally said the name. Quick save.
Roll credits. That's how we came to refer to it. Tokyo Babel. As far as things as for how things ended up this way, and who really am I, well, we'll get to those at a later date. For now, for the time being, how about we catch up to Setsuna, okay?
Why is that voice so perfect?
I don't know.
The
Because
voice is,
I'm trying really hard.
it's like that voice is legit perfect. It's like, oh, 0 viewers. Lick took firm of my hand. I imagined she did it so I wouldn't get separated from her, but no, she actually kicked herself off the ground and took into the air. Cough. Meanwhile,
Hey.
oh, that's funny.
What? That's how we write out A. Is that not what it's supposed to say?
A is E. Wait. That's eh.
What insanity is this? It's okay. Just relax.
Just relax. We could fly.
Relax? How?
Looking over her shoulder, Lilith flashed a positively mischievous smile.
There aren't any people down there, so no need to worry about anyone catching a glimpse of your underwear.
The viewers, though.
The viewers will find it.
Yeah.
Who cares about that? Falling to my death is a bit more imminent than a certain of concern to me right now.
Plus, like the way they're drawn, it doesn't even look like they have underwear.
They don't have underwear. They have skirts over their butts.
Yes, that is all. Nothing more, nothing less.
Come on, you're gonna be fine. Probably. Hopefully. Yeah. That didn't sound very reassuring at all. Aw, there they are. Wait, who? What?
I thought you were reading your own thing.
No, I'm not. I'm reading all of it. Oh yeah! Her anymore.
What? All I heard was parababble. I was like, what? What is a parababble? I don't know.
You want me to turn my mic back on to audible settings?
Did you change it?
Yeah.
What is wrong? Did you hear yourself on your stream and you're like, no, this is not correct? Or what? What's going on?
There we go, audible settings.
I legit have no idea what you're talking about. Gethel, my former sister, had been wounded all over. Her clothes having been reduced to a frayed, tattered mess, the number of burn marks pocketed to her clothes, no doubt caused by the bolt of lightning that had struck her earlier. I was trying to make sense of the situation. It was all just too much for me.
Man, that Setsuna is one tough son of a gun. Alright then, Geffel.
See? No underwear. Look.
What?
What do you see there?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Skirt then butt.
Yes. There is no underwear. You see my mouse, right? On your screen?
Yeah.
Look. Yeah. And then look here. Not a thing.
That's funny.
If anything, I should be calling them exhibitionists. As we landed on the ground, Lilith let go of my hand and motioned me to stay back. She approached the girl called Kethel. The angel attempted to stagger to her feet while staring daggers at Lilith.
Don't bother, Geffel. You're going to die here. You'll perish like the fallen angel you are, and that'll be that. Ah.
Perfect. Lilith considered Kethel with a sinister smile and gazed cold his eyes.
I'd say you got what was coming to you. How fitting for an angel responsible suffered the deaths of countless people to be brought down by another human. As for that sword of yours,
Why are they
my
zooming
sword.
in? Just,
Can we stop zooming on your butt, please?
yeah, I know, right? Lilith bent down and picked up the fiendish blades resting on her feet.
It's not actually yours, is it now? Stealing's bad. Okay? At the end of the day, you're still an angel, you know.
Gethel returned to Lilith's mockery with an intense gaze. Her words divulged into crying.
No, I don't. I don't want to die. If I die here, I'll cease to exist the way I am now. You can't do much about that, I'm afraid. Lilith, I'm begging you. Lilith, I'll do anything. Just please spare me.
Lilith shook her head.
Sorry, but that won't fly. Your transgressions are far too many. You've murdered numerous people and did so driven solely by selfish ambition, not genuine desire to mete out just punishment. So, you stole an angel's weapon and retreated to your little paradise of illusion. But that was what broke you.
That.
Conversation. Okay, good. At least be some use to me before you die. What did you witness that corrupted your mind?
Gethel
Everything.
turned to pale as chalk. Her lips trembled, dread to part.
I can't.
Okay.
Let's say it. I see. It's not that you won't say it, but rather you can't. Being pressured by a third party, I take it.
Gethel's gaze shot from left to right, her body still trembling violently.
If that's the case, then who would it be exactly?
A faint laugh.
I thought it'd be. It's fine.
Hmm?
I thought it'd be bad, but it's fine.
What's bad?
This conversation.
Okay, I don't even know what conversation you're talking about, but okay. A faint laugh spilled forth from Gethel's lips, and she ignored Lilith's question, began mustering to herself.
This world?
Question mark?
Question mark? This world mustn't advance any further. If progress is denied to us, and we can't go back to the way things used to be, the only option left is to come to a complete halt and enjoy an eternity in its stasis?
Stasis.
Okay. How awfully decent of you. Pretty ironic, as a demon would have to tell you this, though.
Oh shit, she's the demon?
Yeah, she's the Witch of the Night, remember?
Oh, and also Lilith is like a succubus, I think?
Yeah.
Or did you not know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Can't you understand? Only destruction awaits at the end of this road. The gates to heaven must remain sealed. You mustn't ascend Babel to find its staircase. To find the staircase. Still, you would have faced, if that word again,
Annihilation.
annihilation sooner or later. And that's why I wanted to enjoy my illusions with the time I had left. Damn it. Damn it. God damn it.
The two fell silent. Lilith turned towards Setsuna. Momentary leave as the only person observing Gel. Gel looked deep into my eyes, smiling. The near impalpable wickedness in her grin made me retreat a step or two.
Sorry, I'm giving you a little present.
Linda was trying to tell me something. Perhaps she wanted me to get out of the way. Was it just me, or did she appear visibly agitated? Get down! Tetsuna, who had been standing in the air, came soaring to my side immediately. Yet even with the gift of foresight, he still would have arrived late. Geto's last-ditch effort was exactly revenge had been fulfilled simply by leveling her gaze on mine. A moment later, the world itself distorted before me.
Ah!
Jamming to the act of hacking, cracking, and violent force intrusion, my eyes ceased to be mine. This is so you.
Ah!
I screamed at the top of my lungs, collapsed into my knees, and I covered my eyes. I felt my senses ravaged by something transcending mere pain. My brain was in complete disarray, simply trying to perceive the sheer volume of information flooding in the deepest recesses. Program, status, properties, system information, files, information, basic, component, information. Divine shockwave information shook my sentence like a swarm of maraud insects. Buzz right next to my ear, completely disregarding the fact that the others could have been watching. I immediately vomited on the ground. Are you okay? Setsuna placed his hand on my back. I appreciate the concern, but yeah, it wasn't okay at all.
Ethel, you actually went and transplanted your eyes into her. That's cruel, even for you.
Ghetto's response to Lilith's words were a bitter laugh, her tone seemingly pregnant with both hatred and grief.
Ha 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 ha. Kugutsu Sormi, daughter of man, you have been granted the power to see, analyze, and perceive the very fabric of reality. I gifted you all I have felt, all I have seen. Worry not, you won't see much at first. In time, though, you will grow used to it and begin to truly see. Gethel.
Lilith's warm, compassionate tone interrupted her. Gethel went on. Her voice is a miserable rattle.
Warm and compassionate. Very well. Kill me. I can't see anymore. But that's fine. For it should allow me to return myself no matter where I end up. Any last words? 2 things. First, I want you to apologize to the Amorths and my stead. Let's just say that I had not treated them kindly. I'm using her voice for her now. If I run into them, sure. As for the other thing, I want to give my body to the ocean. Alright, I'll happily dump you out.
That's kind of rude.
Just dump her body in the ocean.
A second later, I heard a sickening crunch. Despite having my eyes covered, I could easily tell what had just transpired. Gethel died. Someone killed her. Nothing more, nothing less.
No!
And you open your...
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
So much chemistry. in the air. You know why I said that? Okay. Opening my eyes, a series of numerical equations, as well as a string of English, Japanese, and a number of other languages I cannot identify flashed in my vision. However, the phenomenon lasted for only a moment before subsiding. My eyes were seemingly back to normal.
So, what exactly just happened to me? She transplanted her eyes into you, giving you a fragment of her power. Death was the angel who governed the hidden thing. Basically, those eyes of yours can hack into and reveal the truth about all creation.
Cough, cough,
By the way,
you.
your mic went out again.
Ah, frickety fruit. And time to mute this.
You don't have to do anything about this, okay? Yep. Why?
Because you hack to
I
reality.
do. It's really fun.
Yes.
I need to actually hack more instead of just use everyone else's hacks programs. I should actually try.
Because you are a genius.
Oh, so that's a good thing, right? Well, you might very well end up with knowledge no human's brain is even capable of comprehending, whether you want it or not. Take back what I said. Please don't do this.
Lilith merely shrugged with a playful smile, which kind of pissed me off, honestly.
Well, I was gonna send you back to your world after a thorough memory wiping, but I guess that plan is down the drain now. Well, if you can't send me home, at least explain to me what's going on here. Everything, you know?
Lilith, I'll be taking Gethel's body now.
And dumping it in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Not so fast. I think we should all go. Might as well show her what's become of this world.
Setsuna directed the gaze at me. His impression was impossible to read. What was going on in his head of his? Understood. He picked up Gethel's body with a sigh as Lilith took by my arm and up in the air.
It's Yun.
Yeah. The cityscape was in shambles, the buildings worn out beyond repair.
Yup, and we successfully managed to liberate this section. Seriously though, that was one hell of a starter quest. I hate to think what's in store for us in the future. Guess you're hankering to ask a question or two,
I shook my head.
Not particularly, no. I'm sort of trying to not sweat the small stuff for the moment. I mean, hopefully you guys will explain everything in due time so I can begin to piece things together. You've got your shoulders. I like that. Gotta say, you're one tough gal.
You're one tough gal.
Oh, I'm just adapting to tough times.
Oh, that's something you definitely said. That's definitely you.
I'm good. I'm just here.
Yeah.
Give me a second, I have to-
Okay.
Okay.
Bless you. The last couple of hours or so seem to have toughened me up quite a bit, truth to be told.
Alright, I'll stop.
We landed in the middle of a large road with no particular distinguishing features. I mean, aside from it being a complete ruin.
Just a sec. I'm requiring necessary authorization for the purge.
The purge.
The purge.
Purge? Lily whipped out the rotary phone in the middle of the road and began noisily
I love
dialing.
that little animation thing.
Yep, on the ancient thing. She's about to dislocate a portion of Tokyo Babel's outer wall in order to give Ghetto's body to the ocean.
Oh, she's actually gonna do that? Like, physically drop her out?
Tetsuna nodded, his expression as serious as I've ever seen it. Yes, physically. It was her final wish. We ought to grant it.
Turkey, I'll be waiting. Thanks a bunch.
Did you see it wiggle?
What? Yeah, I did.
Lilith slammed the receiver down as I watched on a gaze, loitering about the surrounding area. Moments passed and I found myself awakened in awness of scenery around me. A newly acquired eyes easily discerned and saw through the deception.
Look, is this scenery around us looping? Yep, I'm surprised you noticed. It's basically nothing beyond this point. I guess one could liken it to an old video game, except this looks real. But you could just keep on going without ever reaching an end point.
So, an endless scroller. So, Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
You played Flappy Bird, right?
I have played Flappy Bird.
Perfect. Then you know the reference. Lilith
I'm looking at a thing real quick. Let me look.
Okay. Lilith extended a hand, smiling. She did appear to be having fun, huh?
You could never move on from here. Ever.
That sounds kind of ominous, the way you said it.
It's supposed to be ominous.
Okay.
Wow. Sure looks just like the real thing, though.
Yeah, just like the real thing. I abruptly stuck my hand when a glance over my shoulder, half expected to see far distance behind me. No such luck, though. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have had my hopes up.
Hey now, stop fooling around. Ah, there she is. We're going to go drop her in the ocean. It's going to be so much fun.
As Lilith cast her gaze skyward, so did I, spotting an odd-looking creature, a bird perhaps, flying our way into the horizon.
It's a bird. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's...
Jesus.
What? Oh no!
It's a razzle-dazzle.
Now that one should have been Mercy.
Okay. Well, Mercy's dead, so...
I know, Mercy's dead.
Might as well pass on the voice.
Who should this be?
Well, you have...
Or do I need to go type Melanie and be like, Melanie, there's no...
Melanie, you want the angel?
Okay then.
What did she say?
Seriously, what should I voice for this?
Want to read. Streaming. Girl voice. Girl voice. Let's see what she says. Not Melanie, but Natalie number 2. Because yours is apparently Natalie number 1. No response because they are offline. Alright, let's copy paste this and send it to do you want me to send it to Omar? Who would you have in mind? No? Can you even hear me? Hello? Oh no, it's happened once again. Are you waiting for a response or can you legit not hear me? Oh my gosh. You scared me.
I can legitimately not hear you.
Oh gosh, okay. Can you hear me? No? I'm assuming you can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I just had to read.
So my computer's Discord just had another stroke. So you might have to continue this. Oh, wait.
Oh wait, what?
It's alive.
It's alive.
It's alive.
Time to share screens again. So were you gonna invite someone or not?
Nah.
Alright, are you gonna just do that?
This is gonna be Mercy.
Alright, do
I
it.
can't do other accents. Wait, can I do Mercy's voice from this point? After I really killed it? Give me a second.
What do
I'll
we...
have to go mute my mic real quick.
Okay, once again. Oh no.
Okay, I can't say here I am in Mercy's voice, but here I am.
Whoa, I found myself staring in awe of a young girl as she approached us, lock glistening, an alluring gold skin, white and freshly fallen snow. She had felt like a being out of this world, her beauty transcendent. In her right arm, she was holding a, what was those called again? It looked an awful lot like one of those thingamajiggies I spotted downtown. The big pad, the crinkle, a portable mini computer basically.
It's an iPad.
Yes. The most striking feature was her pair of glimmering white wings, almost like an angel. Actually, scratch that. Almost part was looked like the real deal. She surveyed us with a frigid gaze. She was certain not a foe, but friend. But what that I wasn't quite certain.
Ta-da! It's Razio! Doing beauty in the sexy thigh highs.
Oh, I thought she said that.
No. I'm a beauty?
What up?
The K-drama's getting good as shit, bro. Like, it's
It
good as
is.
fuck.
Razzle dazzle.
No, like, watch W, like, it's not even
Oh,
funny
it's
how good.
W?
It's called W.
What about the other one that you
That
said
was good
was?
as shit, too, but that one only
You
has 2
finished?
episodes. It only has 2 episodes. The third one's coming out in 7 days.
Okay. 7 days.
What?
What? I didn't say anything. Razzle posed her question to Lilith, her tone reflecting her no particular interest.
Well, I guess it sounded right in my head.
Lilith had spotted on, though Razzle was striking beauty. She looked at us, head cocked to the side. And then, when I noticed that Razzle wasn't different or frigid, she was simply spacing out.
I see. I am a beauty. Putting that aside, though, I received authorization for a purge. Gotcha, whenever you're ready. Alright. Everyone everyone except for Setsuna, please stand back.
Okay, what's wrong with Setsuna?
Setsuna does not get ostracism for the birth. She is not allowed in the birth.
Setsuna does not get on the boat. Bad Setsuna. Always steps back with only Setsuna still holding Geralt's body, remaining at Razzle's size.
Oh, and the two.
Oh,
Touch.
she moved the screen. Razzle grabbed hold of the air around her and then pulled, and just like that, the entire thing.
That spelled like Ziggler. I wonder if that's supposed to be pronounced.
What? The very road and clean
Razzle.
came off with a creak.
What the?
She gave the impossible to describe object a light touch. Whew. Guided by Razzle, they gently landed to the ground like a falling leaf carried by the breeze. Though the hole left by the roofed object, we could see the open skies. ... Setsuna lightly kicked himself into the air, leaping over to the outside of the world.
I thought it was Setsuna lightly kicked him. I'm gonna get closer. Hang on tight.
I'm gonna just jump out the world. Watch me die. Okay.
Okay.
I followed Setsuna inside the opening, and anxiety made my heart race like a locomotive. Then I saw it. I laid all his opponents at the outside of the world.
Holy moly.
This silly little phrase was all I could muster in my sheer amazement. I knew the ocean would be vast. I really did, but as I beheads, the massive body of water stretched out endlessly before my eyes. I couldn't even spot as much as a tiny speck of island in the distance. I felt completely and thoroughly overwhelmed. Limitless skies and boundless ocean, those were the only things left in this world. The sky took an eerie orange hue resembling the hours of dusk, and though the ocean below reflected the light, the waves rolled about a certain sinister blackness to them. I casually looked sideways. ... The only thing left speechless forgot beneath the breath how to phrase it. It was almost like a photo of Tokyo Tower, red, white, and design many like consider a touch out of style. Yes, standing close to approximate the towering enormity would instill a fierce impression, leaving the spectre overwhelmed and in awe. A colossal structure far beyond what was my senses could possibly conceive. True, I was standing on the outside of the very same time, though I was very much perceiving myself still being inside the structure.
This is Tokyo Babel. Take your breath away, huh?
Well, duh, it certainly did. In fact, I considered dispatching a search team just to locate my jaw on the floor. Try search.
Well then, Razzle, would you watch over her for a while?
And with that, Lilith handed me over to Razzle, who grabbed me by my nape, and she handled a kitty cat. Honestly, it was kind of scary. Lilith and Setsuna stood on the outer walls of Tokyo Babel, their bodies slanting diagonally, mostly because the wall itself was slanted as well. I'm dropping her in. As Setsuna signaled to Lilith in this passionate tone, the latter stepped closer to Gail's body, careless her hair. Hints of pity and compassion swam across her features in turbulent waves.
Farewell, we part now for an eternity, never to meet again. Farewell.
Farewell. Would you like to say something too? Setsuna turned to face me, this word spelled with the fear gnawing at my heart. I looked down at the lifeless body of my former sister, her features peacefully and slimmer like death. I had no memories of the past any longer. They were all gone without a trace, leaving nothing but a vague concept of their wakeness.
Sheena, goodbye. Well, this kind of doesn't feel like a goodbye at all, but I'm sorry.
The tears came down without warning, much to my own surprise. After all, this was the very same girl who plotted to murder me. If it was Setsuna hadn't come to my aid when he did, Ghetto would have carried through the plan without a shred of doubt. Yet her death still made me feel a bit sad. A sense of loss prickled my heart like a tiny needle. Setsuna had let go of Gettles without another world. Her body plummeted through the air in slow motion, heading slowly but surely towards the wave below. A law of Eternia, on the other hand, propelled us into... Oh my gosh, that is tripping me.
Inertia.
Onward. Yeah, but like, my eyes. It's like keep going further backwards. Other word.
Like, I can't say annihilation, so it's okay.
Oh, that's inertia?
Yeah, it's inertia.
Okay. It seemed like the whole of Tokyo Babel was on its other somewhere. The soaring purgatory drifted farther and farther from Gel's falling body until I had completely lost sight of her.
By the name of... What is this her talking about herself? By the name of this Witch of the Night, I hereby declare Ginza the first patron of Tokyo Babel liberation.
Heavy music.
Liberation of the first sanctum Ginza confirmed. GJ, guys.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Yes. Razzle casually slipped an oddly colloquial phrase into her report.
You don't need to force yourself to speak like that, you know. Sue, by the way, I have a question.
Razzle's gaze drifted into my direction. I merely straightened myself in reflex.
Oh, well, Soon is one thing, but you never actually met her, right? Good.
Razzle nodded, her fingers dancing the surface of the tablet to check up on something. Then she made a press of her finger on the screen, never once letting the gaze leave my face.
Question mark?
Razzle innocently cocked her head to the side, producing the sort of expression that would kindle a fire most particular and indescribable in one's chest. I could call it cuteness or supernatural charm, well, something along those lines either way.
She's not in the database. Yeah, I'd say we can probably blame Gessel for that one. And, I'd say you're probably right, though I'm not exactly sure myself. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say earlier, it's been like more than an hour for you to go tell Wayne just a joke, bro.
Okay, there he is, and there you go. It has happened. It's a prank, bro.
Oh, by the way, Omar asked to who exactly?
Oh no, it's happened again. Yeah.
No one can figure out who.
Who's Ellen? What? What's going on?
Never mind. I'll say later.
Either way, I agreed with her assessment.
So, your name, please? My name, it's...
My name is Jeff. I held my name with...
My name is Jeff.
My name was Kigutsu Sorami. Was it really, though? I mean, surely had a proper name in life to be called my own. But the only way I was now, I had nothing left. Nothing at all.
Jot it down as Kagutsu Sarami. Thanks.
Does this not look like a microphone to you?
It does! I love this picture of them all at the same time. Kagutsu Sarami. And maybe if you could add temporary next to it, that'd be swell. You know, in case I ever remember my real name. But temporary done. You sure about this, Stormy? Razzle won't be able to make any revisions in the future unless it's an emergency.
You kidding me?
Well, if you can, just call me Stormy. I'm fine with it. Got it, sorry, temporary. I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second.
Erase that last spot. I can't do it. I have tea, but it's like super like burning hot. It's like there's like so much steam. Like I erase that last part. More like Sormy Temporary. You did that on purpose. You totally did. Razzle, I believe she would prefer to be called Sorami. Understood. Well then, Kirutsu Sorami, allow me to officially welcome you and offer my sympathy.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Your sympathies, huh?
Well, I guess it did go through hell. A total slaughterhouse. Just thinking about it just made me feel depressed.
Well then, back to campus, eh? We got to rest up and start brainstorming about what we're going to do with the second spectrum. Campus. Yup, the final frontier of home for people of Tokyo Babel. We call it Pandora. Pandora from Greek mythology. What are you eating?
I'm drinking tea.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go downstairs and do a thing real quick. My mother's like, you should meet me downstairs soon. And I'm like, why did you call me for that?
It's okay. I'll read all the parts.
You have to do the same accents, you know.
Oh god. You know I can't do that, right? Especially with the...
You have to do the Mercy voice and the Tracy voice.
Yeah! That's the best. That's the best. You know I can do a Tracy voice, it's just not right now.
Pain all evils and all hope. Ironic, isn't it?
What is? Oh.
Isn't it?
Please. Lilith's tone softened to whisper.
If we're going, I would suggest the guitar. It's the closest to where we are now. Okie dokie, let's go.
Let's just invite Omar, because he could do the tracer.
Don't do that.
You won't be here.
If you won't just leave when I come back.
I don't think that's a problem.
Okay.
She has nothing to worry about.
Okay. Sure.
Are you gonna make your announcement, or am I just gonna like just ignore it?
Wait, what happened?
So don't mention the thing.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, what was that? Lilith took a firm hold of my hand for a moment later, and we were almost among the clouds that had fully shaken out of fear, but I managed to pull myself together just enough to admire the scenery below. I couldn't help but wonder, they are not wearing underwear. Where the illusionary and reality began. Take a good look. Oh,
Take a good look at the scenery here. You won't get another chance. You mean universe? Yes, we won't be seeing it again.
why?
Because we're leaving and we're never coming back.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The drifting scenery below was mere shadows of former self. It had stuck an unpalpable proof that the people once lived here. I wasn't sad enough to be moved to tears that the scenery still filled me with a hollow melancholy. I let the feeling sink into me and held the Liz's hand and the wind brushing against my cheeks and started onwards. Where could this road lead me? Where something await me from the conclusion I had ahead? Not anymore. ... My thoughts were occupied with one thing only.
Hey, Setsuna!
Yes. The wind grew an intense, particular howl in my ears. Still, I raised my voice just enough to overpower it.
I forgot to tell you something!
You did?
Yup, I wanted to thank you for saving me!
Setsuna appeared somewhat surprised.
Word, wait a sec. Sorry, are you just going to ignore me? I mean, really?
Look at her face. It's like, really?
How could you? I was there, I was supportive while I sent my little dude to go kill her for me.
Yeah, I showed you the fight on my television.
Ted, do you not see how much work it took for me to sit there and point out the important parts? Huh? Ah, right. Thanks.
That's exactly what you'd say.
Urgh. A sack of potatoes has more motion than that. Sorry, it's just me. I meant it. I'm thankful. I really am. Your apology is accepted. Oh, foolish mortal.
Lilith, I would say you're pretty late in trying to impress her with that tone.
Shut up. It's the mood that matters. The mood.
As the conversation kept us busy, our trip to the clock tower felt a lot shorter than it actually was.
Is this place supposed to be a school? Oh my god, it's the anime's worst nightmare. High school. No, not at all. It's just that we're a tad restricted in terms of where we can enter or exist. So would you be so kind? I kind of have my hands full with Sormir over here. If you're to enter the school through the first section's clock tower, then we should set the hour hands to 1, the minute hands to 9, and the second hands to 3.
What?
I know, no one can understand any of that.
Setsuna nodded and proceeded to follow Ratzel's instruction and turn the clock tower hands to required precision. And then the clock's massive faceway opened with a heavy and pathetic sound of railway coupled sliding free.
We're going in!
Whirlpool. Lilith flipped into the clock tower without bothering to wait for my response. It was pitch black inside. I tilted my head but couldn't even make out the entrance I had just come through. All I could see was darkness in every direction. All of a sudden I heard Lilith's descending, felt the air pressure shift, and that was all. I began questioning my own vision, unable to tell if I had my eyes open or closed, and what until I paid upon a bright, luminescent spot. It was how babies felt the moment before birth. Or was it too busy shivering in fear at the thought of emerging into a cold, harsh reality to mind anything else? The world appeared to have come to halt in temporary status, though it might have been in slow motion. Eventually I felt Lilith abruptly decelerating. Oh my. Seconds later, we found ourselves confined inside an old-fashioned room, covered with lithonium flooring. The most schools that have been like the night guard's office or the caretaker's room. Either way, the room gave off a kind of atmosphere, or rather, it was precisely what it looked like.
We have a bathroom and a fridge packed with food. Feel free to grab anything you want in case you get hungry. There's also hot water in that pot if you're in the mood for a cup of ramen.
Or just stealing their food.
Really? Can I just take anything I want? Sure, I mean, it's our room.
I'll take the NES right there.
Alright, I'll be back.
Alright, you want me to end the stream? Just
Okay.
ooh,
Sure.
saving. Making sure it's saved. Indeed, it is saved. The stream is ended. We will see you next time. In the next time the game starts. I'm dying. Bye.
Alright, I'll be back in a little bit.